Hello and welcome everyone. So we'll begin with a short meditation. Sit back comfortably. In the infinity of life, where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. My life is ever new. Each moment of my life is new and fresh and vital. I use my affirmative thinking to create exactly what I want. This is a new day. I am a new me. I think differently. I act differently. I speak differently. Others treat me differently. My new world is a reflection of my new thinking. It is a joy and a delight to plant new seeds. For I know these seeds will become my new experiences. All is well in my world. So, thank you so much. So, we'll begin with today's reading. I'll just share the screen with you. Okay. So, we are on the chapter which is all to do with self love, building the new. So, building our new selves. And today we're going to continue with this exercise. I approve of myself. Okay, so the author says, I have given this exercise to hundreds of people, and the results are phenomenal. For the next month, say over and over to yourself, I approve of myself. So this is very important in the self love journey कि हम अपने आप को अप्रूव करें, एक्सेप्ट करें जैसे हम हैं, जो भी हमारी फ्लॉज हैं, जो भी नेगेटिविटीज हैं, उन सब के साथ पॉजिटिव एंड नेगेटिव जैसे हम हैं अपने आप को एक्सेप्ट करना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है. So, this line, I approve of myself. Do this 300 or 400 times a day, at least. No, it's not too many times. हम सोचेंगे 300 400 times. Oh my God, that's too much. But it's not, all the time, constantly mind में अपने आप को जब भी कुछ भी हो, just full acceptance towards ourselves. When you are worrying, you go over your problem at least that many times. Let I approve of myself become a walking mantra, something you just say over and over to yourself, almost non-stop. सी इट्स सो इम्पोर्टेंट, जैसे हम हमारे माइंड में कुछ प्रॉब्लम होती है तो कैसे वो बार बार हमें वो थॉट्स आते हैं, इन द सेम वे वी हैव टू क्रिएट कीप रिमाइंडिंग आवरसेल्व्स कि whatever is happening in this scene, I still approve of myself no matter what. I accept myself the way I am. ये constant thinking रखनी है. Saying up, I approve of myself is a guaranteed way to bring up everything buried in your consciousness that is in opposition. तो जो भी हमारा सेल्फ क्रिटिसिज्म है या कुछ भी नेगेटिव अपने लिए हम फील कर रहे हैं, दैट विल इट्स अ गारंटीड वे टू कुछ जो भी नेगेटिव है उसको हटाने के लिए. When negative thoughts come up, such as how can I approve of myself when I'm fat? Or it's silly to think this can do any good, or I am no good, or whatever your negative babble will be, this is the time to take mental control. Give these thoughts no importance. Just see them for what they are. Another way to keep you stuck in the past. Gently say to these thoughts, I let you go. I approve of myself. तो जब भी कोई नेगेटिव थॉट आया माइंड में अपने लिए, क्या हमने कुछ सोचा या कुछ कुछ हमसे गलती हो गई है, तो वो नेगेटिव चैटर शुरू हो जाती है, तो वी हैव टू स्टार्ट टेलिंग आवर सेल्फ कि नो, आई अप्रूव ऑफ माई सेल्फ द वे आई एम. Even considering doing this exercise can bring up a lot of stuff like it feels silly, it doesn't feel true, it's a lie, it sounds stuck up, or how can I approve of myself when I do that? Let all these thoughts just pass through. These are only resistance thoughts. They have no power over you unless you choose to believe them. ये बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है, क्योंकि जब सेल्फ क्रिटिसिज्म आती है ना, तो बहुत सारे थॉट्स आते हैं माइंड में, नहीं मैंने मेरे से गलत हुआ, आई मेड दिस मिस्टेक, आई शुड हैव डन थिंग्स डिफरेंटली. ऐसे बहुत से जो नेगेटिव थॉट्स आते हैं हमारे अंदर, उन सबको बस ऑब्जर्व करना है और बस ये थॉट क्रिएट करना है कि नो, व्हाटएवर हैपेंड हैपेंड, इट्स द पास्ट, आई अप्रूव ऑफ माई सेल्फ. No, you just they are just creating resistance. तो बस उन सबको ऑब्जर्व करके अपने आप को अप्रूव करना है, नो मैटर व्हाट आपको कोई कुछ भी कह रहा हो, आपने अ, उन थॉट्स को अपने अंदर रिपीट नहीं करना, उनकी अगर आपके लिए कोई नेगेटिव है, तो you don't have to bring those negativities in your mind, and you have to create that self-love by creating all these thoughts, of approving of yourself, accepting yourself the way you are. I approve of myself. I approve of myself. I approve of myself. No matter what happens, no matter who says what to you, very important, क्योंकि बहुत बार ये होता है कि कोई हमें आके कुछ नेगेटिव कह जाता है, या नेगेटिव ट्रीट करता है, या कुछ एंगर रिजेंटमेंट होती है उनको हमारे लिए. बट whatever is happening in the scene, we have to keep reminding ourselves that we are perfect the way we are. जो भी negativities है उन सबको हटा के अपने आप को accept करना. No matter who does what to you, just keep it going. In fact, when you can say that to yourself, when someone is doing something you don't approve of, you will know you are growing and changing. Wow. तो जब कोई ऐसी सिचुएशन आए जब आपको कोई कुछ नेगेटिव कह रहे हैं, and at that moment itself, instead of absorbing what they are telling you, you start creating these thoughts within yourself that I approve of myself, I accept myself. Thoughts have no power over us unless we give in to them. Thoughts are only words strung together. They have no meaning whatsoever. ये ऑथर ने भी कैपिटल्स में लिखा है इसको, हमें just so that it goes into us deeply, that we don't have to, you know, believe everything that the mind is creating. Whatever thoughts जो भी हमारे अंदर चल रहे हैं, they have no meaning. It's just an illusion that the mind is creating. When only we give meaning to them, let us choose to think thoughts that nourish and support us. और अगर हमें कोई कुछ कह देता है और वो ही थॉट्स हमारे अंदर चलते रहते हैं, उसने ऐसा कहा, उसने ऐसा क्यों बोला मुझे, मैंने ऐसा क्या कर दिया, ऑल दीज नेगेटिव थॉट्स, इसको हम क्या करते हैं, वी कीप watering it in our mind, and that seed keeps growing, वो नेगेटिविटी का जो, जिसने हमें नेगेटिव कहा, उस हमने अपने अंदर ही उसको रिपीट कर करके बिलीव कर लिया उन सब चीज़ों को. बट वी कैन स्टॉप राइट देयर, वी कैन start creating the positive thoughts. No, no matter what anybody is telling me, I approve of myself. I know what I'm doing, uh, that is very important. Part of self acceptance is releasing other people's opinions. Very important. Part of self acceptance is releasing other people's opinions. If I were with you and kept telling you, you're a purple pig, you're a purple pig, you would either laugh at me or get annoyed with me and think I was crazy. It would be most unlikely that you would think it was true. Yet many of the things we have chosen to believe about ourselves are just as far out and untrue. अब जैसे ऑथर ने फनी एग्जाम्पल दिया है कि पर्पल पिग, नोबडी इज गोइंग टू बिलीव दैट, हर कोई हंसेगा वो सुन के. बट हमें जब कोई कुछ कह देता है, हम उसको इतना लिटरली ले लेते हैं, उसको बिलीव कर लेते हैं, एक्सेप्ट कर लेते हैं अपने लिए, और फिर हमारे अंदर वो सेल्फ क्रिटिसिज्म चलता रहता है. बट मेनी ऑफ द थिंग्स दैट पीपल टेल अस, if negative, it's not true. That's not who we are. So we have the power to choose to accept what we want, what is good for our growth. To believe that your self-worth is dependent on the shape of your body is your version of believing that you are a purple pig. Often, what we think of as the things wrong with us are only our expressions of our own individuality. This is our uniqueness and what is special about us. कई चीजें जो लोगों को लगता है हमारे में गलत है, that is what makes us different, That is what is unique and special about us. Nature never repeats itself. Since time began on this planet, there have never been two snowflakes alike, or two raindrops the same, and every daisy is different from every other daisy. Our fingerprints are different and we are different. We are meant to be different. When we can accept this, then there is no competition and no comparison. कितने ब्यूटिफुली ऑथर ने ये चीज़ एक्सप्लेन की है कि हम सब अलग हैं. जो मुझे सही लगता है वो हो सकता है किसी और को सही ना लगे. एवरीवन हैज देयर ओन वर्जन्स ऑफ राइट एंड रॉन्ग. कुछ भी सही गलत नहीं है, सब अलग है, सबकी थिंकिंग अलग है. तो कभी भी कोई हमें क्रिटिसाइज करता है, कुछ नेगेटिव कहता है, दैट इज अकॉर्डिंग टू हाउ दे फील एंड थिंक. That's very important to understand कि everybody is different. When we can accept this, and then there is no competition and no comparison. जब हम ये deeply accept करते हैं कि हर कोई अलग है, हर किसी में अलग qualities है, हर किसी का देखने का नजरिया अलग है. तो जब हम ये deeply accept कर देते हैं, फिर हमारे अंदर वो comparison, competition नहीं आता. To try to be like another is to shrivel our soul. We have come to this planet to express who we are. This is very important. We have come to express who we are. जो हर किसी के अंदर अलग क्वालिटीज हैं, आप उसको एक्सप्रेस करो. किसी के, if somebody is doing something, हमें वो कॉपी नहीं करना. We have to express our own individuality, our own selves. That's very important. I didn't even know who I was until I began to learn to love myself as I am in this moment. This is also a very powerful line कि हमें पता ही नहीं हम क्या है, हमारी वर्थ क्या है, जब तक हम हमारे अंदर वो सेल्फ लव डेवलप नहीं होता. Okay. Put your awareness into practice. Think thoughts that make you happy. Do things that make you feel good. Be with people who make you feel good. Eat things that make your body feel good. Go at a pace that makes you feel good. तो जो ये awareness है, to bring it to practice, you have to think right. Be with people who make you feel good, जिनके साथ आपको positivity feel होती है. Okay, planting seeds. Think for a moment of a tomato plant. A healthy plant can have over 100 tomatoes on it. In order to get this tomato plant with all these tomatoes on it, we need to start with a small dried seed. That seed doesn't look like a tomato plant. It sure doesn't taste like a tomato plant. If you didn't know for sure, you would not even believe it could be a tomato plant. However, let's say you plant the seed in fertile soil and you water it and let the sun shine on it. When the first little tiny shoot comes up, you don't stomp on it and say, "That's not a tomato plant." Rather, you look at it and say, "Oh boy, here it comes." And you watch it grow with delight. In time, if you continue to water it and give it lots of sunshine and pull away any weeds, you might have a tomato plant with more than 100 luscious tomatoes. It all began with that one tiny seed. It is the same with creating a new experience for yourself. The soil of your plant is in your subconscious mind. The seed is the new affirmation. The whole new experience is in this tiny seed. You water it with affirmations. You let the sunshine of positive thoughts beam on it. You weed the garden by pulling out the negative thoughts that come up. And when you first see the tiniest little evidence, you don't stomp on it and say, "That's not good enough." Instead, you look at this first breakthrough and exclaim with glee, "Oh boy, here it comes, it's working." तो कितने ब्यूटीफुली ऑथर ने हमें समझाया है कि एज जस्ट एज उन्होंने एक टोमेटो प्लांट का एग्जांपल दिया कि फर्स्ट व्हेन यू लुक एट द सीड, तब तो आपको नहीं दिखते ना tomatoes. It's when you start watering that seed and when the plants starts growing and you remove all the weeds. In the same way, what is, the seed is the subconscious mind. The soil you plant is your subconscious mind, and the seed is the affirmation. So the whole experience is in this affirmation. तो जो हम बार बार हम अपने आप को बोलते रहेंगे ना कि आई अप्रूव ऑफ माई सेल्फ, आई लव माई सेल्फ, दैट इज वॉट विल क्रिएट द एक्सपीरियंस. और सनशाइन क्या है? द पॉजिटिव थॉट्स दैट विल बी क्रिएटिंग. एंड व्हाट आर द वीड्स? द नेगेटिव थॉट्स. तो हर बार कोई नेगेटिव थॉट आए, जस्ट लाइक वी रिमूव वीड्स फ्रॉम द प्लांट, वी हैव टू रिमूव दैट फ्रॉम आवर माइंड एंड कीप shining the positive thoughts. नो एंड ये भी होता है कि जब when we start seeing ourselves on this journey और थोड़ा सा कुछ something goes wrong and we feel that we haven't done enough. But no, instead of feeling demotivated, we have to keep motivating ourselves by saying, no, this is a start and we are doing very well and we are working on ourselves. Then you watch it grow and become your desire in manifestation. Exercise, create new changes. Now is the time to take your list of things that are wrong with you and turn them into positive affirmations. Or you can list all the changes you want to make and have and do. Then select three from this list and turn them into positive affirmations. Just suppose your negative list was something like this. My life is a mess. I should lose weight. Nobody loves me. I want to move. I hate my job. I should get organized. I don't do enough. I'm not good enough. You can then turn around to something like this. I am willing to release the pattern in me that created these conditions. I am in the process of positive changes. I have a happy, slender body. I experience love wherever I go. I have the perfect living space. I now create a wonderful new job. I am now very well organized. I appreciate all that I do. I love and approve of myself. I trust the process of life to bring me my highest good. I deserve the best and I accept it now. Out of this group of affirmations will come all the things you want to change on your list. Loving and approving of yourself, creating a space of safety, trusting and deserving and accepting will enable your body weight to normalize. They will create organization in your mind, create loving relationships in your life, attract a new job and a new place to live. It is miraculous the way a tomato plant grows. It is miraculous the way we can demonstrate our desires. तो वही ऑथर कह रहे हैं कि इस एक्टिविटी में उन्होंने कहा कि जो भी आपके अंदर नेगेटिव थॉट्स हैं you take them and then start converting them into positive affirmations. तो ये भी बहुत important है to start changing your thought process. Okay, deserving your good. Do you believe that you deserve to have your desire? If you don't, you won't allow yourself to have it. Circumstances beyond your control will crop up to frustrate you. ये भी बहुत एक इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट ऑथर कह रहे हैं कि आप रियली बिलीव करते हो आपको वो 100% बिलीव है जो भी आपका ट्रुथ है जो भी आप डिजायर करते हो लाइफ में तो अगर आप उस पे नहीं बिलीव करोगे तो देन you will things will come in front of you that will make you more frustrated. Look in your mirror again and say, I deserve to have or be, and I accept it now. Say it 2 or 3 times. ये exercise author बता रहे हैं to look in the mirror and say, I deserve it. जो भी आप चाहते हो या जो भी आपका desire है आप जैसे अपने आप को देखते हो you have to have full 100% belief in that and say to yourself that you deserve it and you accept it now. How do you feel? Always pay attention to your feelings, to what is going on in your body. Does it feel true or do you still feel unworthy? If you have any negative feelings in your body, then go back to affirming. I release the pattern in my consciousness that is creating resistance to my good. I deserve dash. So अगर कोई भी नेगेटिव फीलिंग है जब ये आप कहते हो when you start saying ना that I deserve it, if there still is any negative feeling, then you have to go back and release that thinking pattern. Repeat this until you get the acceptance feelings, even if you have to do it several days in a row. Okay. Holistic philosophy. In our approach to building the new, we want to use a holistic approach. The holistic philosophy is to nurture and nourish the entire being, the body, the mind, and the spirit. If we ignore any of these areas, we are an incomplete, we lack wholeness. It doesn't matter where we start as long as we also include the other areas. So it's important to nourish the entire being, body, mind, and the spirit. Okay. If we begin with the body, we would want to work with nutrition to learn the relationship between our choice of foods and beverages and how they affect the way we feel. ये बहुत important है to understand कि it's a balance of all the things, the mind, the body, and the soul level. So when we begin with the body, we have to see जो हम क्या खा रहे हैं. What effect is that having on our body, on the way we think, the way we feel. We want to make the best choices for our body. There are herbs and vitamins, homeopathy and back flower remedies. We might explore colonics. We would want to find a form of exercise that appeals to us. Exercise is something that strengthens our bones and keeps our bodies young. In addition to sports and swimming, consider dancing, Tai Chi martial arts, and yoga. I love my trampoline and I use it daily. My slant board enhances my periods of relaxation. We might want to explore some form of body work such as rolfing, heather work, or treasure. Massage, foot reflexology, acupuncture, or chiropractic work are all beneficial as well. There is also the Alexander method, bioenergetics, Feldenkrais, touch for health, and Reiki forms of body work. With the mind, we could explore visualization techniques, guided imagery, and affirmations. There are lots of psychological techniques, Gestalt, hypnosis, rebirthing, psychodrama, past life regression, art therapy, and even dream work. Meditation in any of its forms is a wonderful way to quiet the mind. तो फर्स्ट ऑथर ने फोकस किया बॉडी पे. हाउ कैन यू वर्क ऑन योर हेल्थ, एक्सरसाइज, हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट इज दैट. उसके बाद ऑथर इज सेइंग माइंड. माइंड को कैसे आप कंट्रोल करेंगे, अपने थॉट्स को कैसे चेंज करोगे. तो यू कैन यूज विजुअलाइजेशन, एफर्मेशंस, एंड द अदर थिंग दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इज मेडिटेशन. That is, it's a wonderful way to quiet the mind and allow your own knowingness to come to the surface. I usually just sit with my eyes closed and say, what is it I need to know? And then I wait quietly for an answer. If the answer comes, fine. If it doesn't, fine. It will come another day. This is also very nice how the authors explain, कभी कभी जब हम मेडिटेशन में बैठते हैं एंड माइंड बहुत वॉन्डर करता है एंड देन वी स्टार्ट गेटिंग disheartened. We feel that we are not getting our answers, but it's very important to be patient. It's okay. एक दिन आपका ध्यान नहीं लगा, आप नेक्स्ट डे ट्राई करो. एवरी डे अपने आप के साथ पेशेंट होना है और गिव अप नहीं करना है. परसिवियरेंस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. There are groups that do workshops for all different tastes, such as insight, loving relationships, training, advocate experiences, the Ken Case group, actualizations, and many more. Many of these groups do weekend workshops. These weekends give you a chance to see a whole new viewpoint about life. No one workshop will totally clear up all your problems forever. However, they can assist you in changing your life in the here and now. In the spiritual realm, there is prayer, there is meditation, and becoming connected with your higher source. For me, practicing forgiveness and unconditional love are spiritual practices. There are many spiritual groups. In addition to the Christian churches, there are metaphysical churches such as Religious Science and Unity. There is the self-realization fellowship, MSIA Transcendental Meditation, the Siddha Foundation, and so on. I want you to know that there are many, many avenues you can explore. If one way doesn't work for you, try another. All these suggestions have proved to be beneficial. I cannot say which one is right for you. That is something you will have to discover for yourself. तो वही ऑथर कह रहे हैं बहुत टेक्निक्स है मेडिटेशन है और भी जो उन्होंने मेंशन किया है तो ऐसे बहुत टेक्निक्स हैं बट यू हैव टू सी व्हाट वर्क्स फॉर यू योरसेल्फ. No one method or one person or one group has all the answers for everyone. I don't have all the answers for everyone. I am just one more stepping stone on the pathway to holistic health. Okay, so I think we've finished this chapter. So we'll start with the next chapter tomorrow, which is chapter 9. Okay. All right. So thank you so much for joining. We'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye.